All right, so let's continue on with the selection area tool or the lasso tool. We're going to click on the next subtool here, which is the lasso fill. This one's pretty simple. It has a lot of the same options as far as anti-aliasing, except the difference here is that the lasso fill does exactly what it says it does. When you complete a selection, it fills it with whatever color you have selected. That's it. So it's kind of a combination of the lasso tool and the bucket tool or the fill tool. One of the ways you can use this that I find to be pretty useful, so I'm going to go to the regular lasso for a second, and I'm going to quickly select this guy's head, who looks remarkably like me. Right, and this doesn't have to be exact. And it's not perfect, but it's done. Go ahead and clean this up a little bit, holding Shift to add, holding Alt to remove. All right, close enough. Once I've got my selection done, I'm going to switch to the lasso fill. Now, I don't believe lasso fill actually shows up here by default. I believe it actually shows up under the fill tool, which sort of makes sense, but it was something that annoyed me. So all you have to do in order to move this is to grab the tool, like, well, I'll go ahead, I'll move it back to show you how it works. I'm going to pick the lasso, grab the lasso fill tool, and drag it to the fill tool. And now you can see, if I go to the fill tool, now lasso fill is actually showing up there. I find this to be annoying. So I'm going to grab the lasso fill and drag it back to the actual lasso tool, or the selection area tool, technically. And by default, it'll drop it into this little second section here. We've got selection area and lasso fill. You can just drag this into the selection area. So if you don't like where a tool is, you know, you can move it wherever you want. That's one of the things I like about this app. I mean, you could technically make your own little section with all the tools you want, no matter where they come from, which is kind of neat. But now I've got my selection done. So if you'll keep in mind that this lasso fill tool is not actually a selection tool, it explains why if I were to go in, even though I've got my selection already set, and I do this, it fills within my current selection, which is kind of cool. So it's filling and I'm selecting all at the same time. Not the way I'm going to show you guys the flat because Clip has better tools for it, but it is a neat trick that will help you out sometimes. It's especially useful if you have like a lot of little things that you want to fill. And the last thing I want to talk about in the selection area or the lasso section is the polyline. Now I've got a shortcut for this one. I've got it set to the letter A in my case, and it will automatically, I can jump between letter E, lasso, and letter A, polyline, which I mentioned earlier. And this is basically just a point-to-point or a polygonal lasso if you're familiar with the Photoshop term. And this one works differently. So if I'm going to click, and I can raise my pen or your mouse, and it'll create a straight line. And then whatever I click on, it's going to make a straight line to that point. And this becomes a selection when I get back to that point. Now for the polyline, I do have mine set to add to quite a bit because usually when I'm using it, I am adding to. So I can go in and add to the selection, or I can hold down Alt and take it away. If you hold down Shift, the default behavior is to actually make perfectly straight lines. That's why or at 45-degree angles, you can kind of see how this is going around. So if you need to make perfect lines, that's one way to do it. But I'm showing you guys all these different options for these tools because I don't want the cool flatting tools I'm about to show you to become a kind of a crutch, and then you're not able to fix things the manual way when you need to, because even the tools that are in here, they really only work when your line art is very clean. Now they won't work in every single scenario, so it's good to know these manual methods in case you do have to use them. You know, there is one other selection tool that I will use every now and then. It's almost always when I'm selecting panels, and that's the rectangle. And it does exactly what it sounds like it does. You draw a rectangle and it makes a rectangular selection. And hold down Shift and it will make squares. You can hold down Alt and it will remove, just like the other ones. And it has some of the same options as far as, you know, anti-aliasing and some of those things. But by default, I pretty much leave it here. There is an option to add to if you need to add to a selection, but you don't necessarily want it to be a square. Just click the add to option and you can make rectangles that add to themselves, because holding shift does, like I said, like it makes it a square, which might not be what you want. But I bet you didn't know we could talk about lasso tools for half an hour and still not cover everything. But let's move on to the next one. We've covered everything we really need to know for now.